What is going on, everybody? We are here with some daily shoot, and today we have Triple H says WWE is working on creative issues. Now, if you don't know and if you haven't been watching WWE Raw, SmackDown, well, I guess just those two, or if you haven't been looking at WWE in general in the recent weeks, then you might not know, but they've had some problems going on creatively. And a lot of it has to do with the injuries that have happened to a lot of the top superstars in WWE. And then they just have to scramble to see what they can make up with the scraps they have because of all these top superstars being taken out of action due to injury. But during a conference call regarding the NXT TakeOver London special, Triple H commented on that and said the following, I quote, "We just have to become more disciplined and more creative with how we do things and how we operate the shows. We've had some unfortunate situations with injuries and everything else. It's on us to be more creative and come up with a better format, a better show. We hear people's frustrations and in a lot of ways feel the same way. I'm fixing it and trying to fix it. It is what it is. How we fix it, we're not 100% sure yet, but we will get there. Trust me." And I get what Triple H is saying. It's basically what I just said, where they're picking up scraps that they are given because of all the injuries that have been happening to the top superstars that end up messing up the top storylines or feuds that they're trying to do. For example, Seth Rollins got injured, and there was this big feud between him and Roman Reigns that was supposed to go on to WrestleMania 32 and even past that. But because of the injury for Rollins, they had to scrap that feud and do something else and try to come up with something creative and original, because people are always going to call you out if you're doing the same storyline, and they're trying to be original 3 hours every single week for 52 weeks. But ultimately, what Triple H is trying to say is to give them more time. They are trying their best to pick up the scraps that they have been given and create something original, creative, while also having it just be really good and awesome for the fans. He's saying that they'll eventually fix whatever the problem is are at the moment, and that in due time, it'll all be good again. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. Next up, Brock Lesnar's next opponent is revealed. It has been stated that Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, will go up against the United States Champion Alberto Del Rio. Now, it would have been interesting if he went up against Kevin Owens because of those rumors we've been hearing that Owens and Lesnar might feud and have a match at WrestleMania 32. I still think that would be an interesting feud between both of them because of the mic skills for Owens and for Paul Heyman, and that would really be an awesome battle of promos. So if you're going to that WWE live event, you're in for a treat, I guess. Next up, we have WWE offers Daniel Bryan Performance Center job. In a recent interview, Daniel Bryan basically said that they have asked him if he wanted to do some other stuff in WWE. They gave him ideas and jobs such as being an announcer, being a trainer in NXT, being a WWE Performance Center trainer, all the above, because WWE still loves Daniel Bryan. He's one of their golden boys that I don't think they're ever gonna let go. He's that biggest underdog, even more than John Cena ever was, and he never got hated on for being the underdog because he didn't do it for too long. He got injured right after he won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so he's someone you won't see be going away, but he's also someone you won't be seeing a lot on TV necessarily because of his injury. He's got injured twice, had to do 2 major surgeries in consecutive years. So it's crazy. It's been crazy for Daniel Bryan, and hopefully he's able to come back and wrestle. And he said that he's looking to come back because he would have took the job as a trainer or something along that lines, but he feels like at this point in his career, in his life, that he thinks he's still able to come back and do something if that means he's going to have to change up his style when he wrestles in the ring. So if he does come back, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Daniel Bryan. I'm part of the Yes Movement. So hoping he has a good time coming back. And if he does change up his style, hopefully it'll be really interesting. And lastly, Sting's status for WrestleMania 32 is kind of revealed. According to a recent report, it stated that the other report stating that WWE has no plans for Sting at WrestleMania 32 is false, and that there will be some type of plan for Sting at 32, even if it's not him competing in the ring, because he is from Dallas, Texas, and having him not be at WrestleMania 32 when it's in his hometown, one of the grandest stages of them all, would be crazy. Of course, they're going to use them to any capacity, even if it's just for promo, hyping it up, whatever it is. So that sounds cool. We're going to be able to see Sting, and hopefully they continue to show more Sting because he's finally in the WWE.